Afternoon to you. Much of the pressure that has now drifted away towards Scandinavia, and for the weekend and the first part of next week we're rather pinning our hopes on this area of high pressure, which eventually will become the dominant feature, reducing the risk of showers or longer spells of rain across the British Isles and eventually spreading in somewhat drier, brighter and warmer weather to many parts. Although you will notice it takes a time to spread its influence into the northern parts of Scotland. There, over the next few days, we may well see more in the way of cloud, with the odd front just thickening the cloud to produce one or two spots of rain. But for this afternoon, the cloud is now showing signs of breaking across the eastern side of the British Isles. Just one or two residual showers gradually moving away. Further north, another band of weather is moving in across Scotland and parts of Northern Ireland. There we are seeing one or two showers. But it is mid-May, and where the sun comes through, we may see 16 or 17 degrees even on the eastern side of Scotland. And the general trend, as that high pressure moves in, is to see things gradually warming up from about the seasonal norm at the moment to around about the low 20s as we move into the start of next week. And certainly as we move on through tonight, I think we're going to see another band of weather just beginning to work its way in towards the northwestern quarter of the British Isles, but elsewhere largely dry and fine. But good news for the gardeners amongst you, it should remain frost-free in many parts. And again, it's this northwestern quarter of the British Isles that will tend to see the thickest of the cloud, thick enough for the odd spot of rain and drizzle to start off the weekend, but elsewhere largely dry and fine. And as we move on through the day, I think you'll find more in the way of cloud just bubbling up. It should stay dry for many parts, as you see, and the temperatures climbing away in the sunshine to around about 18 or 19 degrees. Not a great deal of change as we move on into Sunday. Again, just one or two subtle variations. The breeze coming in from the northeast may just take the edge off the temperatures in the south and east. And later on in the day, another band of weather will just fringe across the north of Scotland, producing some showery bursts of rain into the Northern Isles as we move on through into the latter part of the day. There's been plenty of heat in the central Mediterranean in the past 24 hours or so. If that's the way you're heading, is it going to last? Well, no, not really. We're going to bring some unsettled and some cooler weather down across the central and southern parts of both the Mediterranean and Iberia too over the next couple of days. Further north, with the same high pressure building in, things will tend to settle down. And if you've got to come back to the British Isles for the start of next week, it looks as though both Monday and Tuesday should be relatively dry and fine.